Hey everyone, today we're making easy vegan dinner recipes. These are all very low effort meals that come together in just a few minutes, but they're really hearty, flavorful, and delicious. I really tried to make sure there's a good mix of things so that you can have a new, interesting dinner recipe to make every day of the week or just to add into your meal prep routine. So I hope you enjoy these dinner recipes. Thank you to Thrive Market for teaming up with me, and let's get started. I make these peanut noodles whenever I'm craving takeout. They are so flavorful and they come together in under 10 minutes. I'm going to start by making some buckwheat noodles, and these are really rich in protein and a good source of iron. There's no chopping in this recipe at all. The only thing I'm going to do is cut up a scallion with some scissors. It's such a quick and easy way to cut your herbs. The sauce is a no-cook sauce. We're just going to mix it all together in a bowl while the noodles cook. I start with some peanut butter, and I'm going to add lots of flavor with red curry paste. I always check to make sure that it's vegan. Most of them are. It's really just a blend of herbs and spices, and it smells so delicious. As soon as you open the jar, you're going to get lots of lemongrass and garlic, and I'm going to add that to the bowl and thin it out with a little bit of water, and then add some balance with maple syrup. My favorite ingredient in this sauce is fresh lime juice. It just adds a beautiful brightness and acidity that complements all of the flavors in the spice blend and also kind of cuts some of the richness of the peanut butter. So it's a really important ingredient and it makes this sauce so delicious. And that's it. I'm just going to whisk it up, and in the last 2 minutes of cooking the noodles, I'm going to add some frozen edamame and some broccoli. Then I'm going to drain the water and add the sauce, and that is it. Dinner can be ready in about 10 minutes, and this is one of those that tastes like a comforting, creamy noodle dish, but it also is very well balanced. We've got protein in the noodles, in the edamame, in the broccoli, in the peanut butter. We've got healthy fats, complex carbs, lots of fiber, and it all comes together in this tangy, slightly spicy, sweet and salty, creamy noodle dish that is seriously so quick. And whenever I'm making fast dinners like this, I don't think of the garnish on top as kind of just optional decor. It's way more than that. It's a super fast way to add extra flavor in a just low effort way. So I sprinkle on some fresh scallions, a handful of peanuts, a handful of sesame seeds, and each serving gets its own lime wedge because that fresh hit of lime is so delicious with this sauce. Instant flavor and so fast. Okay, so this is like a bistro-style dinner, and I actually saw this on an episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and I really wanted to veganize it because it's kind of everything you love about a cheese board in a wrap. So I'm going to start with some apricot jam, or you could do fig jam, and I'm going to layer on some vegan turkey. I like to kind of fold the turkey a little bit so you get more volume as opposed to just laying it on flat. I mean, you could definitely do whatever you want, but I really like the added volume and the texture that folding it adds to the wrap. Then add your vegan cheese. I think provolone is delicious here, but vegan Swiss would be good. Mature cheddar, smoked Gouda. There's so many options nowadays. And then I'm just going to quickly toast this up in a pan, just a dry pan to toast the flour tortilla because it makes it taste so good. Kind of melts the cheese a little bit too. And then I love adding a pickled element. So it could be really anything you like or have on hand. Pickled red onions is good. I love banana peppers because they're kind of sweet and tangy. You could do pickled jalapenos if you want a little bit of kick. And then some fresh arugula or spinach just adds a little bit more volume, makes this more hearty and flavorful. And then one of my favorite parts, the balsamic glaze. This is sweet and tangy and a little sticky. It kind of helps hold everything together. And that is it. I love to serve this with just some mixed greens on the side. It's a quick and easy dinner that kind of feels like you're at a fancy bistro, especially because you've got a lot of different flavors going on. It's kind of tangy and sweet, creamy and savory from the vegan turkey, and so fast. This creamy mushroom pasta is great for those of you who are looking for nut-free and soy-free recipes because there's no nuts, there's no seeds, and there's no soy, so it's very allergen-friendly and really cozy. I'm gonna start by cooking the noodles in some salted water, and the only thing you have to chop to make this dinner is 1 onion. That's it, so it's super easy. Just gonna chop that up and saute the onions until they're translucent for about 5 minutes or so. Then I'm gonna add some garlic, some fresh thyme, salt, and black pepper. And I'm gonna add my mushrooms. You don't have to slice these or chop them. You can literally just tear them into pieces. It's kind of fun to do actually, and it's so easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cook those mushrooms with the onions and the garlic and the thyme. It's gonna smell so good. And once everything is kind of nicely browned and cooked down, we're gonna add some vegan broth. I like to do a vegan beef broth, or a mushroom broth works really well too. Then to make this nice and creamy, I'm gonna add some plain unsweetened coconut yogurt. You wanna make sure that you're using one that is really nice and thick and one that is plain and unsweetened so you don't add any flavor to the sauce. But this is great because it not only makes it creamy, but it also has that tang that dairy has, so it adds some creamy richness as well as like creamy texture, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna blend that all together, and before I drain my pasta, I saved some of the pasta water. Then I'm gonna add the noodles and peas and vegan Parmesan to the sauce. And what's really cool is as the cheese melts onto the pasta, I add a little splash of the pasta water that I saved and I toss it all together. And what happens is the starchy pasta water and the vegan cheese kind of like emulsifies with the heat, and it thickens the sauce, and it really helps the mushroom sauce to cling to every noodle. That's also why I like to use these curly rotini pastas, because it just clings onto sauce so well and it's so delicious. So I serve this up with a little bit more Parmesan on top, and it is so comforting and quick. This takes about 15 minutes, and you can definitely add some vegan, chicken or some crumbled sausage. You could top it with tofu, really whatever you like. It's great. I got a lot of the ingredients to make these dinner recipes on Thrive Market, and I've been asked many times to do like a favorites list of things that I like to get on Thrive, and I love to share these because they do change quite a bit. So I try to keep them updated. Right now, as you guys know, there's gonna be no surprise. The sour cream and dill chips are one of my go-tos. I stock up on it every single time I'm shopping on Thrive because it's just my favorite snack. And as I've mentioned in other videos, I've actually been like gifting them to my friends who are fellow dill lovers. I've gotten great feedback from them as well, and it's just like a silly and fun thing to do, to like gift your friends a bag of your favorite snack food. Like, it's unexpected, it's a casual little thing, but I feel like it's a nice gift to receive, and people seem to like it. So I have not only been buying these for myself, but also for my friends, and that is very high on my list. Generally, I get a lot of staples on Thrive Market. I really like their coconut milk. I really love this peanut butter right here. It is really flavorful, and I also really like that it comes in a glass jar. These glass jars are very good for upcycling and repurposing. One thing that I think deserves way more hype is this Paleo Snack mix. I really like the savory flavor and also the chipotle. It's delicious on its own. It's really flavorful, but I also like to mix it into a popcorn snack mix. I'll add some crunchy, salty snacks, I'll add popcorn, and then I'll add this Paleo Snack mix, and you just get a lot of flavor that way. It's like a really fun way to kind of make your own movie night snack. It's super quick and easy, and I feel like it's just fun because every bite is a little bit different, has lots of texture and great flavor. So I love these on their own, also sprinkled onto salads. Anyway, that's just a few of the things that I like to get on Thrive Market, so I hope it gave you some good ideas. If you want to become a member, you can join for 1 month or for 1 year, and when you click the link to join today, you will get 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $50. This is a dinner that I make very often, multiple times a month. It's kind of a go-to for me. I start by making some rice. I usually make a bunch so that I can have it throughout the week. And then I heat up some burger patties. I usually do either a store-bought version or one of my own recipes, like my beet and walnut burgers. I usually have those in the freezer, or my chickpea burgers. I'll put some recipes below if you want to make your own veggie burgers. And while that heats up, I just mix together a quick yogurt sauce. I love using almond milk yogurt, fresh lemon, some olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and then any herb I have on hand. Today it was parsley, but sometimes I do basil, dill, cilantro. It's super versatile. And then I plate this up with usually 2 burger patties. I feel like one isn't quite enough for me at dinner time. Then rice, just a handful of salad, super easy, and then whatever veggies I have in the fridge. Sometimes it's cucumbers and tomatoes. If you have bell peppers, that would be great. And whenever I'm making a quick meal like this, again, sprinkles and toppings are not just to make it look pretty. It adds texture. It makes the meal a little bit more hearty and nutritious. So I did some hemp seeds on top for extra protein, fiber, and healthy fats. I'm gonna be honest though, it doesn't usually look like this when I make it. It usually looks like this because I think grain bowls, like salads, taste way better when you mix them all up. You've got hot, cold, creamy, crunchy, and I think it just tastes so much better when every bite has a little bit of that sauce. So I usually have it served all mixed up like this, and it's so good. This is one of those dinners that looks like it took way more effort than it actually did. It's super, super fast, but it actually looks very impressive. So if you're having like friends over, or if you want to have kind of like a snacky dinner where you've got a big salad, some, artisan style pizzas, and a couple little munchy things, like snacky things, this is a really great thing to assemble because it's quick and easy, but it's also pretty substantial and flavorful at the same time. I'm gonna start by heating up some pitas just for a few minutes so they get kind of soft and fluffy again. Then I'm gonna add some hummus instead of adding pizza sauce. And you can use any flavor hummus you want. You just wanna make sure that you do a pretty generous, thick layer. That's important here. I'll top that with some crunchy cucumbers, some tomatoes, and some sliced Guatemala olives, and top this with a sprinkle of vegan feta cheese. The cheese adds a nice kind of salty, bright, tangy bite, which I think kind of ties everything together. And then I sprinkle on some quick flavor with dried Italian herbs. This is dried herbs and garlic mixed together. I'll finish with a squeeze of fresh lemon, and that is it. It's super quick and easy. Oh, I do salt and pepper too. I forgot to say that. A little salt and pepper on top. And that is it. I love how you get like soft, fluffy pita, creamy hummus, and then those cool, crunchy veggies. And it all is tied together with this tangy, creamy, salty pop of the feta and the olives as well. So I hope you guys got some good dinner ideas from this video. I can't wait to hear which one you're most excited to try first. So let me know in the comments below. All the recipes are going to be in the description box, and that is also where you'll find a link to Try Thrive Market, so definitely check that out, and I will see you guys in a video very soon. Bye!